was interesting. What did you make of his vibe overall?
I think something mentally wrong with him. I don't think he's like all the way there mentally. I think he's crazy.
Legit?
That's my opinion. Yeah, I think he's legit crazy. I think something really wrong with him, but that's what make him dangerous. I think them the guys is the most dangerous people, them delusional, crazy people who want to be the best and want their spot at greatness. So I got to respect it, but I think something is definitely off with him.
When it comes to it, competition is competition, man. This is competition and currency, you know, and you can't be friends in this game. I don't see it. I think that's what makes them soft. It's what makes our era a little bit fragile. So I think the guys like myself that still carry that with the heart of a champion and holding the Ring Magazine world title, I think that maybe we have a different form of looking at it and make boxing great.
Stevenson didn't hold anything back during the live interview. He spoke openly and went straight at Teofimo Lopez, saying exactly what he believes without trying to soften the message.
I don't carry it that way.
But you're in my way.
The mentality is never going to be that way.
But you're in my way. But you're in my way. So I got to move you out my way. That's how I look at this.
Nope.
Ain't nobody taking food off my table. That's all I'm going to say.
But I'll tell you this, though. You bit more than you could chew.
That's cool. You can feel that way.
For sure.
But come fight night, you're going to realize this is a lot different than being on the outside than being inside of there.
As they all say.
Okay. I'm slow, right?
Mentally.
Oh my God, mentally, okay. I'm talking about I'm slow in the boxing ring, right?
Mentally.
I'm talking about the boxing ring, what you was talking about. I'm slow, right?
Mentally.
Okay, you're gonna see. I promise you're gonna see.
Shakur said clearly that something feels mentally off with Teofimo, in a way fighters understand. It wasn't meant to insult him. It was more of a warning, because that mindset is often what makes a fighter dangerous. It felt more real than any trash talk.
Did you feel the same way watching him as an amateur?
I'll be honest. I'm gonna be real honest. He was a lot better younger.
Oh, he was better when he was younger?
Especially at the JOs, Junior Olympics.
He
was whooping feet, yo.
All right. He was crazy with it?
Yeah, he was mad nice.
You don't think he developed enough power or something?
It's not about the power. I think that he just focusing too much on one arsenal.
What, the defense?
Yeah, defense. This defense.
Yo, don't tell me too much, because I don't want you to say that you told me the game plan, you gave this, so I don't want no excuses. So don't say too much.
All right, Canelo Crawford.
No, I could give him that. I could tell him all the game plans and everything, because a true master in anything in boxing, the sport, you got to master yourself. You got to learn how to beat yourself. So if I give you all the tools on how to beat me, and I beat you,
I already know how to beat you, bro.
Nobody beat me.
I already know how to beat you.
What Shakur was really saying is that unpredictability can be powerful if it's controlled. But when the topic turned to skill levels, he didn't hesitate. He made it clear that if Teofimo ever fought Terence Crawford, he believes that fight ends badly for Teofimo.
He's talking about, like, once he gets through you, then he wants Crawford, names like that. How do you think he would do against someone like Terence at this point?
I think he gets knocked out.
Can't even hang with him.
Yeah, he's too little. But it's too big for him.
Right. As far as skills, though, do you think he's on par with the likes of Terence?
I'm not gonna say he's on a Terence Crawford level of skills, but he's very skillful. He got a lot of things with him that puts him at a high level.
What makes this more interesting is looking back. A clip from December 2018 shows Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez had real respect for each other before titles and pressure changed everything.
Okay, what is it so special about Shakur?
The way he is, he's just technical, you know? He's very smart when he's in there. You know, he's still young. We're both the same age, 20 years old, but we got a lot to...
Once belts enter the picture, the tone changes. That's what gives this rivalry real meaning. It's not fake drama. It's built on familiarity, confidence, and two top fighters who understand exactly how...
Shakur, you know, he's getting up there, so his name speaks for itself. You know, he's a 2016 silver medalist. So, you know, and one of the best in that fought in the amateurs in USA. So it speaks for itself. Shakur Stevenson is here for the present and the future of boxing.
Then Terence Crawford adds his thoughts, and it turns unintentionally funny. Bud gives everyone respect, calling them great fighters, then casually refers to a Teofimo fight as a trash fight. No anger, no rant, just calm honesty. Coming from Crawford, that hits harder than insult.
Stevens, great. Tank Davis, great. Pitbull Cruz, great. Teofimo Lopez, trash. Devin Haney. Great. Boots. Great. Snell. Great. And your opponent this weekend. Great.
Right after that, things get even more chaotic when Ryan Garcia jumps in. Ryan talking boxing always feels like half breakdown, half group chat. It sounds like how fighters really talk when cameras aren't meant to be on. Ryan picking Shakur by decision isn't random. His saying this becomes a thinking fight before it becomes violent.
All right, Shakur, I know we were, going at it right now, but I do have you beating him. I do see that your style, he can't f with. Oh, sorry, damn, I cussed myself. My
and
bad.
you're on
damn,
the show. That's the second level.
That's a fine, yo. That's a fine.
But I gotta say one thing, Teofimo does got that rock on him. He has that one punch power. I see that. You fought a little different with what's his name, Cepeda. Do you think you're gonna fight that same way, or it's gonna be a little different? I see it a little different, but
when I fight Teo, I'm gonna have to fight different that night. I could do it all, bro. I got so much things in my arsenal to where I could do everything that I need to do to come out victorious.
That idea makes sense. Teofimo doesn't apply non-stop pressure that forces Shakur to panic and run. Shakur isn't worried about volume. He's cautious about sudden clean shots. When Ryan says it gets ugly late, that's not disrespect. That's experience. Once Shakur reads the timing, the puzzle starts falling apart.
Teofimo don't even put pressure like that. How can he be on a pedal bite if he don't put no pressure, real pressure like that?
But Teo could crack a little bit.
Yeah, he could crack, but he's not a pressure fighter.
They both got tough defense, though.
Yeah, Shakur just has to watch for a single shot here, single shot there. He's not going to worry about volume, coming forward, hard-hitting guys. He's going to be watching for 1-2 shots at a time. Teofimo just doesn't put pressure like that for Shakur to even run,
The funny part is how confident everyone is while completely disagreeing. They talk like it's lunch money, but they're discussing legacy. One side says Shakur breaks him down. The other says Teofimo eventually lands something big. Nobody backs down. When Ryan mentions the southpaw counter, he's seeing a matchup problem, not a highlight moment. This wasn't clout talk. It was fighters debating details.
That's just what it is. Unless he changes up his whole game plan and his whole fighting style. Which he possibly could and shock me. But at the end of the day, Shakur's going to pick him apart. I can see it, bro. One, Teo don't even do good with counter punchers, and another thing, he don't even do good with southpaws. And now you got a southpaw counter puncher? Come on, bro. This is a bad matchup for Teo. Bad matchup.
It's gonna be like Sandor Martin all over again.
Then Teofimo Lopez steps to the MIC and the energy shifts instantly. This isn't trash talk. This is Teofimo fully locked in. He talks about eyes not lying, legacy being written live, and Madison Square Garden like it belongs to him. When he says he risks everything every fight, no rematch, no safety net, that's belief. He sounds calm, joking one moment and serious the next. He isn't denying the chaos. He's embracing it.
Talk to me about this fight. Were there any concessions you have to make, any stipulations that are of interest? Is there a rematch clause in this?
No rematch clause. We risk it all the time. No need for a rematch clause. Oh my goodness, man, this thing means everything to me. This is just another fighter, another column into my own pedigree, to my own style. This is what it is, and what better way than here at Madison Square Garden. This will be number 10 fighting here in the Mecca. This will be number 5 in the big room. So I'm very blessed, I'm very thankful. And nevertheless, man, I want more. Let's see who we get after this. We just got to keep it going, man. We're not even in our prime yet. I know I said it earlier, but we're not in our prime yet.
That's classic Teofimo. When he's comfortable being unpredictable, he's dangerous. He keeps bringing up growth, footwork, lessons learned, and evolution. This isn't just about beating Shakur Stevenson. It's about leveling himself up again. You can feel that underdog mindset coming back, questioning why people keep doubting him. The confidence is raw, not polished, but real. When he talks about future paths and names like Devin Haney, it's clear this is bigger than one night.
I'm gonna say it to you guys. If you want to be liked in boxing, be good at it. You want to be loved in boxing, be great at it, or be the best at it. But if you want to be hated in boxing, be the greatest at it. It's just point blank period, and I think that's what it is. And what it comes down to is that they got to bring a lightweight to come over here and try to take and dethrone Teofimo because they got no other options. I'm excited for this whole thing. And whether they get it right or wrong, at the end of the day, the right person's going to win that night, and that'll be Teofimo.
After Teofimo finishes speaking like someone who already sees the headlines, the tone changes when Abel Sanchez speaks. Now it's all strategy. Abel looks at it with an old-school trainer mindset. He says this fight isn't about talk. It's about distance, discipline, and who breaks first. He believes Shakur wins by staying clean and controlled, turning the ring into a technical lesson. But he also warns Teofimo that waiting won't work. He has to apply pressure.
Shakur's a great talent, and Teofimo looked great in his last fight. Of course, he didn't have Shakur in front of him. But I think that for Shakur, he has to keep the fight at his distance. If he does that, I think it's a win for him. Teofimo, he's more, he wants to draw you and he wants to counterpunch. He's going to have to be a different guy this time. He's going to have to attack. He's going to have to be leading the fight, or else it's going to be a boring fight. I don't think it'll be a boring fight, but if he sits back and waits for Shakur, Shakur's going to wait for him, then it's not going to be exciting. But I think Teofimo will attack. I think Teofimo has to attack. I think Teofimo has to do what Zepeda did, except for Teofimo's a lot more talented than Zepeda was.
That's where it gets interesting. Abel isn't predicting fireworks. He's predicting tension. A fight where both fighters win rounds and arguments start early. When he lands on a draw, it stands out. That's not a safe opinion. It means neither fighter fully takes control. He compares Shakur to fighters who are so skilled they make fans uncomfortable. If Teofimo pressures him right, Shakur could look great and still divide opinions. Abel also says Shakur's name alone pushes Teofimo to peak condition at 140.
So I think that, honestly, I see a draw. I don't know why I see a draw, but I just see them both having great rounds and giving us the kind of fight that I think the public is looking for.
I know for a while there we were hearing that Teo might be moving up to 147. Are you surprised that he's still hanging around at 140? I mean, would you want to see him move up?
No, I think the challenge of the name Shakur is going to make him make the weight just the way he has to. I don't think he'll sacrifice, because I think he knows that he's going to have to be in tip-top shape physically and emotionally to be able to beat Shakur. No, I'm happy that he's there because he's fighting a big name. He's getting in there with what the fans are calling.
What this really shows is simple. This fight isn't about excitement versus boredom. It's pressure versus patience. If Teofimo attacks the way he needs to, Shakur has to unlock every layer of his skill. If not, it becomes a quiet masterclass many casual fans won't appreciate until later. When a veteran like Abel can't choose a winner, it shows how thin the margin is. Shakur is betting on control and timing. Teofimo is betting on pressure, belief, and unpredictability. And the boxing world is split.
Shakur gets criticized for not being, quote, exciting. What do you think of that?
I think that Shakur is the kind of fighter that's so good that kind of like Andre Ward was.
I was just going to say Andre, yeah.
He's so good that he doesn't really have to work that hard. A guy like Teofimo is gonna make him work hard. A guy like Teofimo could make Shakur look like $1 million because he's gonna press him. Shakur's gonna have to use his skills, which are immense, and it's gonna make for a great fight. And we're gonna see if well, at least I will see anyway, if Shakur is the star that I think he is. He just doesn't understand himself.
Some people see a technical clinic. Some see chaos. Some even see a draw. That uncertainty is exactly why this fight matters. This isn't noise. This is real boxing tension that builds round by round and sparks debate before the final bell. Now it's your turn. Share your opinion in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Boxing Headquarters. See you next time.